Hey everyone, Robert here, author of Expansion Mastery, the practical guide to living a fully engaged life. Are you ready to live life to the fullest? Are you ready and willing to transform yourself and your life from ordinary to extraordinary? Well then, buckle up my friends, here we go. Welcome to the Fully Engaged Life. Welcome back to the show, everyone, and welcome to the next installment in this series covering the challenge practices from my book, Expansion Mastery. This is the earth level that we are in right now, and we are engaging the fourth challenge, which is love where you live. Let me begin with the obvious question here. Do you love where you live? Now, I'm not talking about just your home. I'm talking about the city, I'm talking about the state, I'm talking about the country. So we're going to start small and we'll work our way outward with the ripple effect into the world here. So first thing, love where you live. Do you love your home? Is your home a reflection of you? Does it fit you and what you are living? Or is it simply somewhere that you crash at night? Your home should be much more than that. Your home is a mini temple, a mini external temple. And for more information, you can tune into the previous podcast for that. But we understand our home carries our vibration. So it needs to reflect how we live and what we do. One of the things my wife and I like to do is we like to decorate for autumn. We love this time of year. And so we decorate for that. We decorate for the December holidays, such as Christmas and New Year's and such as well, because we like to celebrate. Celebration is a way to have a raised vibration. So we engage in this celebration, and it helps us appreciate the time of year and what that time of year or holiday may represent to us or in general. But we like to live in this constant state of celebration, of appreciation, of high vibration. So take a look at your home. Is it the type of home that fits you? Does it fit your lifestyle? My wife and I like to work out all the time, so we have a room that has our workout equipment. We like to train in martial arts, so we have a room that is actually a dojo for us. We enjoy the traditional aspects of Japan. So we have a room that has the floor matted with traditional tatami, and we have a tea table in there where we can go and sit and enjoy tea and read or whatever else we care to do in there to relax. So this is what I mean. Does your home facilitate that for you? Is it a reflection of you and your lifestyle and your vibration? Is it in the area that you enjoy? Do you love where your home is located? Do you love the neighborhood? Do you get along great with all the people there? Do they have a similar vibration? Do they have the same notion of keeping up their properties? Things like that, right? All of this needs to be a very mindful thing. If not, move and find a place that is. There's some people that love to inherit family property and stay living on that property generation after generation. There are people who love that. It's not my thing, but it's fine. It's fantastic if that's what you're into. There are some people who like to be in a city. Again, that's really not my thing, but there's nothing wrong with it. Some people like to be out in the country. I don't like to be that far out in the country. I like something in between. But that's just me. So you see, there's something for all of us. You have to find out what that is, and then you have to be able to put yourself in that environment, because our external environment helps us when we are trying to elevate and master our internal environment. And you see, I think this is a very interesting aspect of spirituality because it goes a little like this. Everything starts from the inside and radiates out. So your home is a reflection of your mind, your body, your emotional state, your vibration, right? But at the same time, if we are living in a home that's very cluttered or dirty or run down, then it's very difficult for us to progress mentally in our practices. But if we clean up that home and we live in an external environment that we can really enjoy and appreciate, that suits our lifestyle, it becomes much easier to engage in these mental practices, these spiritual practices, meditation. And this is not just my opinion. This is a stated fact by many famous Zen masters and other spiritual leaders. So I think this is an important point for us to take note of. So let's talk about the city or town in which you live. Is that conducive to you and your lifestyle? Can you really appreciate? Do you love to be there? Do you love that community? I hope so. If not, again, move. Get out there and find a place that resonates with you. My wife and I came to the Bay Area prior to going on a trip to China, and we decided to take an afternoon, get here a little early, and we took the afternoon and we went across the Golden Gate Bridge, and we wound up in an area that was just beautiful. Everything about it, the weather, the people, the buildings, the homes, everything was beautiful. The landscaping blew me away. We fell in love with it. We actually found it by mistake. We were lost, and we just came upon this area. Well, we ended up moving there. Yeah, I left a home that I wasn't happy with, a town that I didn't want to live in anymore, a state that I didn't want to live in anymore, uprooted it all, and we moved here. And we have been nothing but thrilled, absolutely ecstatic to live where we live. Everything about the place fits with us. It resonates with us in our vibration, and it's been very good to us. We've been able to thrive in this environment. And I mean, in many ways, we've been able to thrive financially. We've been able to thrive with experiences. We've been able to thrive with our health. We've been able to thrive in every possible way, allowing us to appreciate everything in the area. So it's so important to love where you live. So let's take that out to the state then. Do you love the state you're in? Or is there a state that is more conducive to your health and well-being, or just somewhere much prettier that you want to live? I wanted somewhere by the ocean. Love the ocean. And I wanted somewhere that was more conducive to my health, because the humidity and the constant erratic fluctuation of weather in Michigan did not agree with me. It did not do anything for my health. I was sick a lot. I haven't been sick since I've left Michigan. It's been almost 9 years, and I have not been sick. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going from being sick all the time, 2 to 3 weeks at a time, to never being sick anymore? I mean, can you imagine the degree of appreciation I can hold for that alone? Same goes for my wife. She just hasn't been sick. We've been healthier than ever. I've come to the conclusion that different body types, different individuals, have different types of weather and environments that they can thrive in, and they have those that they don't thrive in. And it's up to us to pay attention to what these things are that are either working for us or against us, and then do something about it. So some of it has to do with the beauty. I mean, out here we have mountains, we have palm trees, we have the ocean, we have the beaches, we have everything. And that's a lot of beauty to appreciate. Maybe for you, you like a different type of environment. That's fine. That's why we have so many different types of environments. There's something for everyone. And if you don't like that state or any state, there's always moving to another country. There's nothing keeping you nailed down. Your feet aren't glued to the ground where you live. It's okay to move to a place that better suits you, because it's very important that we love where we live. And don't you think you're able to live more fully engaged when you're actually loving where you live? Of course, beyond any doubt. When you love where you live, your vibration stays higher all of the time, because you're in a constant state of appreciation for where you are. You're loving it all the time. There's so many days where I'm just exclaiming to my wife, I love living here. I love this place. I'm just loving where we are. I say that so often because it's true, and it wells up so much inside me that it has to come out, like a bird's song has to break free. I have to verbally exclaim it, and it's just so nice to be able to hold that high vibration, because I love the home we have. I love the area in which we live. I love the neighborhood. I love the city. I love the state. I love the country. Now, there are other areas that we wouldn't mind living, and we're looking into also being able to live at least part-time. We spend a lot of time there now in Japan and Italy, because those are places that we enjoy very, very much ourselves. And again, there's a lot of countries out there. There's a lot of places for people to explore and visit and enjoy, and if they desire to move there. I'm helping a student right now to move from Michigan to Texas because he really enjoys Texas. Another one of my students moved from Michigan to Colorado because he loved Colorado. He was in Michigan so he could train there with me, and he had some family there. And then when I left, he decided to leave and go to Colorado because he had been vacationing there a lot. And I told him, I said, why not live there full time? And he says, yeah, I guess you're right. I could do that. And he loves where he lives. He absolutely loves the place. He sends me videos and photos, and it is beautiful. It's not for me. I don't want the snow. I don't want any ice. I don't need winter anymore. But for him, it's perfect. He loves it, and he's thriving there. His health is great. Everything that he wants is there. His vibration is higher. It's amazing. This immature notion that you have to be true to your roots and you can't move away, you have to be loyal to where you were born, is ridiculous. You were born on the planet. Hey, you were born on the planet Earth. That's the only thing you have roots to. That's the only place that you have to remain faithful to. Otherwise, you've got the whole planet to explore. That notion stems from a sense of ignorance and powerlessness, not living a fully engaged life. Now, I'm not saying that you can't hold a special place in your heart for where you grew up. Hopefully, most people had a decent childhood that they enjoyed, and they have some fond memories of that place. But it doesn't mean you have to live there all of your life. I mean, I would have lived out my life in poor health, and undoubtedly, I would live a much shorter lifespan staying in that sort of weather, in that environment. Where out here with the consistency of the weather that agrees with my body, this is helping me with longevity. So in the practice, I challenge you to look around and list at least 10 things that you truly cherish about where you live. The things that bring you enjoyment and appreciation every single day. If you can't list 10 things that you really love and appreciate, that could be a sign that something may need to change. But it's helpful for us if we're having difficulty bringing about the change. If we can appreciate where we are in the moment, it brings about a vibration that we can match to that of a place where we would want to be. See, so you can help attract the ability to get there through enjoying where you are in the moment. Doesn't mean you have to stay there, but you can find out a lot just by listing these 10 things. And these things should be things that you really, truly enjoy every day, that you appreciate on a regular basis, not just trying to find something, okay? And then I ask you to take a moment and think about somewhere you have always wanted to live, a place you'd rather make your home more than anywhere else in the world. And now list 10 things about that place that give you such a strong desire to live there. What is it about that you would love to live there? And of course, at this point, I have to say that if you haven't visited that place yet, then I really suggest you do. Hop in your car or a plane or do whatever and embark on that adventure. Verify that that is a place you want to be. Experience it. Experience the food, the culture, the environment, the weather, everything. And make sure it truly resonates with you and where you're at right now, and more importantly, where you intend to go as you seek out the ability to attain higher consciousness. Because after all, it is attaining a higher sense of consciousness that allows us to live a fully engaged life. So, with these two lists, you have a powerful tool at your fingertips. Because if you have the first list of where you're living and you have a list of 10 things for somewhere you would rather be living, some other state, some other country, whatever it is, I want you to look at the difference between those 10 items and see which one's going to help you live the life of your dreams, to live fully engaged, to continue awakening on the path of your adventure. And this will help you get there. So if you don't necessarily think that you could do it, you don't know what you do for work, you don't know how you'll find the funds, so on and so forth, take a look at that list of where you're at now. Look at those 10 things. Hold that sense of appreciation for those 10 things. I really enjoy these 10 things about where I'm at right now. And then start planning to go to the place you would rather be. See, this helps you raise your vibration. If you look at the place you're at currently and go, I can't stand this place, I want to get out of here so bad. See, that lowers your vibration, and then you act in resistance to being able to move, and you'll be trapped there. But if you accept where you're at, and you find things to appreciate about it, it'll help you raise your vibration. And then as you start to take steps towards going to somewhere you would rather be, it will help bring all of that about. All of a sudden, you will find that, oh, well, geez, I got a job offer there. Oh, look at this. I've got some extra funds just dumped in my lap. This is how it works. It worked this way for my wife and I know many others that had this work the exact same way. So just by formulating these two lists and knowing how to leverage them, you have the ability to live wherever you want. Isn't that incredible? It's not that hard to work with. It all traces back to vibration. When you understand vibration, it unlocks the key to this. Okay? And then you have to have the courage to move there. That's right. You have to do it. It's just that simple. You have to be able to uproot everything you know and go somewhere else and start over. And it doesn't matter how old you are. I had so many people say, well, I'm too old to do that. You're never too old to do that. Trust me. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as the egoic mind is going to make it. It's not as difficult as what other people around you are going to try and make it either. You can do it. I'm helping someone, as I said, one of my students, to do that now. I'm helping him understand the best way to go about making a long-distance move like that so he can have it happen smoothly and efficiently, and so it doesn't drain him financially. But it's a definite thing. He's going to do it. He's getting everything around, and he's got the ability to do it. And he's feeling so empowered right now because of that. And I just love to see that. I love to hear it in his voice. And I can't wait to see how happy he is when he starts his new chapter of his life down in Texas. Do you realize that they found a gene in human beings? It's sort of a resistance gene. Remember as teenagers when we start to defy our parents That's genetic. It's encoded in us, because when we start to reach that teenage time of our life, we start to resent our parents and resist them a little bit. It doesn't mean we don't love them or whatever, but we just don't like what they like. We're coming into our own. We're becoming an individual. And when that happens, it's supposed to trigger us to move away, to go out on our own, to be our own person. I mean, it's genetically encoded within us. Not to have everybody still live in the same house or live, in the same little community all the time. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you guys consciously choose to do, but we actually have this in us to go out and explore the world. Doesn't mean you can't do it for a while and go back if that's what you want to do, but we have this encoded within our DNA to go out and explore the world, to make our own way, to have our own adventure, and to do it our way. Each of us is unique that way, and we have to live our life, our own adventure. And the last part is no excuses. That's right. Don't make any excuses. Plan out what it would take and start to implement it. Don't be rash in what you do. Be sensible, but do it. You have to take action and not allow the fears to surface and cause excuses. Right? So many people have false beliefs around moving like this and what it entails and how traumatic it can be and things like that. But it's all up to you. Life is meant to be an adventure. You have to live it like one. Don't live in fear. Don't live with the excuses. Living in fear is not living a fully engaged life. When you rid yourself of those fears, and you can live fearlessly, authentically. Now, my friend, you are living a fully engaged life. Okay, so this finishes the exoteric exercises, the 4 exoteric exercises of the Earth level of Expansion Mastery. I hope you're finding it helpful. And I hope you're seeing very clearly how this helps you to start to live a fully engaged life. Make sure you grab your autographed copy of Expansion Mastery only at www.expansionmastery.com. Also watch for the new Breath Mastery program. It's going to be outstanding, and whether you realize it or not, you need these practices. Please share these podcasts and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Robert D. Bessler and do all that other social media stuff that we do. Till next time, my friends, I wish you the very best in all of your practices and in living a fully engaged life. Take care.